Welcome back to my channel. I'm Nicole Sierra. If you're new here, welcome. And okay, so this is gonna be my update on I got a facial. So I got a facial. So I have never gotten a facial before in my life, and I wanted to get one, number one. And number two, I had a friend named Isabel who would get them often, and I liked the way that her skin looked, and it was near my house. So, one, I'm very lazy. I don't like to really... I'm just very lazy. Okay, yeah, so I didn't really want to go somewhere, like, far. I wasn't really feeling it. It's cold. So, since it was close by, I was like, why not? So, I literally, like, down the street, like, 2 blocks away from my house, lazy. And so, I, like, texted the lady, blah, 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 made my appointment. And so, she said after the new year, she was open. So, I'm like, okay, she's booked and busy. Like, she must be good. So she had me basically send her a picture of my skin. So I took her a picture of my bare skin, sent it to her phone. I was like breaking out bad. Now let me backtrack a little bit. The reason why I really wanted to get a facial was because I started to break out really, really bad all over the place, like never before. And it could have been taking birth control and like the fact that it was just like messing with my hormones, number one. Or it could have been that there was like a solid 2 weeks where I kept like sleeping in my makeup. So like really thumbs down for me, you know. It's really bad. So it could have been that. Or it could have been that like I use a new makeup product or a skincare product. But I wouldn't really know because... how would I know? Since I had no control over how to help myself, I was like, this is the perfect time to go get a facial done. Originally, when she saw my photo, I'll insert the photo here, even though it's embarrassing. She said she would recommend a glycolic peel to rid you of all that dead skin. I had a lot of dead skin. And drain those pores out and burn the sebaceous glands causing the acne. So, when I did get there, she said it wasn't actually that necessary to do a glycolic peel. If she didn't have to do a chemical peel, then she wasn't going to. So what she first did was a specific type of cleanser on my face. I don't remember exactly what she called it, but basically it would do like a light exfoliating type of deal. And just based off of that, she said, okay, wow, like you're really getting rid of a lot of dead skin. You're already peeling, so I don't think it's necessary at all that we have to do the peel. She said it's just coming right off, and I could literally feel her like picking up almost like little chunks of like dead skin, and it was kind of weird because like it never really happens to me when I cleanse my face. So whatever type of cleanser she was using definitely got rid of a lot of dead skin, so much so that she felt she didn't need to do the peel herself, the glycolic peel, anymore at all. So the first thing that she did was actually do the extractions. So she used like a regular little extraction tool, which I actually have one at home, but I'm sure she was doing it the right way and doing everything. She said like she wasn't actually like breaking the layer of skin. So I'm like, how do you not break the layer of skin? So whatever she was doing it right, because I did not get any scars. Like it was perfect. And she said like it was just like releasing so much of the, forgive me if I don't know the terms. So basically she said it was releasing so much that was so clogged in my pores and stuff like that. And she started with the nose, and then she said the nose would hurt the most, which it did, but like it didn't hurt that bad at all. It covered the majority of my face. And then after that, she started with the baby microdermabrasion treatment. She uses like a little tool to gently sand your skin, removing the thicker, uneven outer layer, and it has many benefits, which it didn't hurt, but she described it as like a little diamond cutter in the tool, and she just went over all over the area. And so that was the microdermabrasion, the baby one. So she said, this machine goes from 0 to 30, and I'm putting you at like a 2 to 3. She did it even down on my neck, and I'm not even gonna lie, like my neck feels so like brand new, like so soft, like for real amazing. And I noticed a difference because before I used to have like some texture, even like I had some eczema starting to be here. I was having a whole situation, you know. Okay, so then after the extraction, she actually did like, if they weren't working with just the regular tool, she said she was going to go in with like a thermal needle, a laser needle, so that would hurt more. And it did hurt more. It felt like, you know, I could only imagine acupuncture, something like that. So you felt the needle, but she explained it as like, you're gonna feel the pain a little bit, but as soon as you're gonna even fix your mouth to say something, like it'll be done. And that is true. So you would feel it like literally like doot, 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 like a little and that was it. So she did a few of those all over where it needed to be done though. So if I get closer. On the first day, like I told you, I was breaking out a lot right here. So right here is where she noticed that it was still trapped in the sebaceous gland. I want to say the dermis. She was noticing that these certain ones are basically super stubborn. I took it as so that they're still in, they're deeper and they're in the dermis. So she said she had to use the thermal laser. So she went in there and she was like, 4 of them. And then she was like, okay, like it opened up and now like it's basically like releasing and it's gonna be better. And so she did a few down here. Those marks, the first few days, it did leave like almost, she's like, it's gonna be like little holes. But now after so many days, even after like the second or third day, like it starts to like close and minimize itself on its own. But the thing is that she said the results wouldn't be fully like in effect until 5 days. So after all the peeling, everything will go down. You might be a little red, etc., etc. And so now it is, it is my 6th day today, and compared to where I started, my skin looks really brand new. I feel like I still have this right here. It's at the surface, and then like one right here. But besides that, like the rest of my skin looks really good and it feels really good. I'm not lying when I say that when I came home, my face felt lighter. I felt like, wow, like I don't think it was just in my head. I did feel less clogged and like I seriously lighter. And I couldn't wear makeup for 5 days, only on the eyebrows or like the eyes and the lips. So I don't have any makeup on right now except eyebrows, eyes, and lips. But it was so worth it because she said that I would only have to do it once a year and it was only $68 for everything that she did. Which in my opinion, I think it's a steal. $68 for a year, you know, I could definitely do that. But let's get into some weird things that I wanted to discuss. So she basically told me that my skin, oh my god, she basically told me that my skin was very dehydrated. And she said, like, the number one thing is that I needed to up my water intake, especially after the facial. So she asked me how many like water bottles can I drink in a day. How many water bottles can I drink in a day is different than how many do I. So I answered 3. I felt like I could really do 3 water bottles a day. How many do I drink in a day? Maybe on a good day 2, on a bad day 1. And that is so bad, but I'm not gonna lie, like that is so true. Like I don't drink that much water. And she said like, oh my gosh, like your skin, I can tell that you need to double that. And that was when I said 3. So she wants me to really be drinking 6 bottles of water a day. Like just water, straight water, nothing else. So I really am going to take that seriously. And then she said I should start taking like a 1 a day like vitamin pill, just like overall. Then the next thing she said was that when do I wash my face? In the beginning of the day or the end of the day or both type of thing. And I said, maybe more like in the beginning of the day. And she said, okay, like you shouldn't need to be washing your face in the morning as much, like with a heavy cleanser or anything. Like if all you need is like literally just warm water and like that's it. And I was like, that's super strange to say, but I guess it kind of makes sense because I've heard that before. And then the next thing she said that literally blew my mind was that like wash your face at night. Even if you don't wear makeup, wash your face at night. You never know like how much disgusting stuff is in our face, etc., etc. And then she said the craziest thing that I don't know. I don't know if I agree, and I don't know if like she's just like saying this and it's not necessarily true anymore. But she told me to not put moisturizer on before I go to bed. To go to sleep dry. And I was like, what? Like, but I have dry skin. I have to put toner on. I have to put a moisturizer on. I have to do a whole skincare routine at night. Otherwise, I'm going to wake up extra dry. And she was like, no, if you put like a heavy moisturizer on, etc., etc., you're just clogging that up. And at night when we're sleeping, our bodies naturally produce a lot more oil and stuff like that. And you're like just kind of clogging it when your body would naturally do that for you. And I was like, well, I guess that makes sense, you know, I guess, whatever. And then, so she said, always go to sleep dry. And so, not saying that I guess I can't ever put moisturizer on or do skincare, but specifically not at night. and it just kind of blew my mind. And so it kind of seemed like she was saying, like, I really need to focus on being hydrated within my body, like water wise, and that it would reflect on the skin versus like putting on tons of moisturizer, eye cream, whatever at night, and it's actually kind of just clogging my pores more, if anything. But yeah, so those are some things that kind of blew my mind. So let me just get a little closer to do another overall look. So I used to have big breakouts here. You can still see them, but it's completely like pretty much flat. The texture is almost all gone. Here is completely clear besides the dryness. And I even noticed in my pores, they looked very clogged. Like, you know what I mean? It looked really clogged. And now it does look different. There is still some parts that you can still see, like maybe there and here where she did do the needle. But besides that, my skin feels better and it looks so much better. So yeah, that was pretty much my first facial experience, and let me know if you've ever gotten a facial. Did they recommend anything like that to you? What did they tell you to do with your skin? If it differed that you're oily or if you have dry skin, please let me know. If you ever heard anything like that about not using a moisturizer or any tips and tricks about skincare. Do you take a vitamin? Like, please let me know. How much water do you drink? I'm interested and in need of help. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Did I say y'all? Yes. Ooh, a little pony. Okay, so whatever. Who cares, right? Who cares about my hair? Just me. Okay. All of a sudden I hate myself.